There we go. I'm starting to record. Awesome. I have paint water. You can always put your brushes in your paint water to deter you from drinking out of your paint water, because I have drunk out of my paint water many times and it doesn't taste very good. But you're going to need paint water to rinse your brushes. And you're also going to need a towel, paper towels or a towel. I don't have a lemon rinsing, but yeah. No problem. I'm going to get to the canvas in a second and the size that I'm using, but you can use any size that you want. I'm using a 12 by 16, but you want to use a 16 by 20, you can. It'll take you a little bit longer to cover the paint. It's a little bit bigger, but it's not an issue at all. I'm here for you, so we go at your speed. So whatever size canvas you'd like to use, I'm using a 12 by 16, okay? Just so you know. All right, paint. I have white, blue, yellow, red, and black. I have the primary colors. Oh, here comes someone else. Hi, where's Elizabeth? Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. We're just going over paint colors and materials, paint water, stuff that we're going to use that we're going to need. Okay. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. You guys can chat. It's okay if you don't have the brushes. Yeah, no, as long as you have just like a wide brush and a small brush, you're fine. Really, really fine. You don't have to have the brushes that I have. The whole idea here is that we're all kind of using different things. We have the basic paint colors. Also, you guys on the website, it lists like the basic stuff that I'll be using and the colors and the formal names of them too. For instance, the blue is phthalo blue, right? The yellow is chrome yellow. The red is bright red. The black is Mars black. And the white is titanium white. But as long as you have these colors, right? And it doesn't have to be the exact ones I have, you'll be able to replicate this painting. So don't worry. Just the main thing about this is to have fun, to relax, de-stress, get off the crazy planet for a while and just have fun. Don't worry about the brushes. Don't worry about anything. And if you have any questions and you're unsure of how to do something, just ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask me. I like to connect, and I also like to look at your paintings. So I'm hoping later on you guys will turn on your cameras and we'll be able to see some of your work, because I can do more if I can see more, if that makes sense. All right. I have a couple mixing plates because clearly I can't mix on that. There's no room. There's no room to do anything on that, all right? So I have a couple mixing plates. Here they are. And I'm gonna mix colors on here, all right? So let's talk a little bit about mixing. What's red and yellow? Red and yellow is orange, okay? This is really bright, this light. I guess it needs to go like that. Okay, so red and yellow is orange. More yellow, less red, you get orange. If you mix red and yellow together, you're gonna get red. Red is very strong. Same with blue. Blue and red is purple. We're gonna be using lavender in this painting. Lavender is adding white to it. So anything you add white to gets lighter. So white to red would be pink, white to blue would be baby blue, white to purple would be lavender, okay? So blue and red is lavender. A little bit of blue, more red, you get a nice purple, okay? All right, blue and yellow is green. I don't have any green in this painting. So what? If you want green in your painting, put green in your painting. But I want to teach you and show you everything that's going on as far as mixing for the future. If you want to paint your bathroom green, I don't know, who knows? All right, so red and yellow, blue and red, blue and yellow. And then we talked about anything we add white to gets lighter. So even like if you added white to black, it would become gray, right? So you can get a whole palette. We can mix the whole color wheel with just this. Yeah, we are amazing. We are. Okay. Do you guys have any questions before we start? Let me know. Any questions? You can unmute yourself or you can type in the box. If you're good, and then give me a thumbs up.
All good.
All good. All right. Thanks. Where are you guys, by the way? I'm in Seattle. I know Leah is in New Jersey.
I'm from PA.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Where's everyone else from? Is there anyone from Washington here?
I'm in the Bronx, New York.
What was that?
I'm in the Bronx, New York.
Bronx. My God, I love the Bronx. My best friend grew up in the Bronx. She's Boricua. Her name is Marlene Cuesta. I love her. Love her. She's family to me. So the Bronx is like right here in my heart. So that's very cool. Wow, awesome. All right, you guys. So no questions for me. I think we're good. So let's do it. Let's start painting. All right. Now I'm going to take my big brush. Now remember, Leia, it's just your bigger brush, right? It doesn't have to be my brush, right? I have all kinds of. I can paint with like a million different brushes. Doesn't matter. All right. Okay. So we're going to make lavender, you guys. We're going to make lavender. Remember what I said about blue and red? A little bit of blue, more red, you get a nice purple. We're going to add white to that. Okay. So I'm going to grab some blue on my brush. I'm going to grab some red on my brush. And I'm going to mix it. And you're going to get a really dark purple. It's really dark. I'm going to add some white to that. And it starts to get lighter. Look at that lavender. Ooh, it's beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to add some more white to that. More white to that. I have nice, beautiful lavender. Lots of white. What am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to start painting my beard and then, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to put it on my canvas. Yes, my canvas. All right, here we go. And a lot of times I can come up here and I'll do it up here. With the lighting and at night or whatever, the paint might get a little shiny and it might have a glare. So I might just, might do it from the easel, just depends. Right, lavender, okay? So I'm gonna paint lavender about 3/4 of the way down. 3/4 of the way down, not 3/4 of the way down. 1/4 of the way down, not 3/4 of the way down. Oh my God. I obviously didn't do very well in math, I guess. I thought I did, I liked geometry, but maybe I didn't do so good in algebra. Maybe not. Okay. Okay, so 1/4 of the way down. Yes, 1/4 of the way down. Now look, you might get some purple streaks and some other things in there. It's cool. Leave it. You don't want it to be completely even. The brush will do some magical things for you and will leave some things on the canvas for you as a gift. We all get gifts when we paint, all of us. Sometimes we get bigger gifts and sometimes we get little ones. I've gotten some huge gifts before when I painted, like just amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. So I'm continuing to put this lavender in. You know, that's a nice, that's a 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's about a 1/4. I don't want to go any further than that. I'm not going to go any further than that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse off my brush and my paint water. The paint water that I am not drinking out of, right? Okay. And I'm going to make a very, very light orange. How would I make light orange? Red and yellow, a little bit of red, more yellow. Add white to it. Get a really nice light orange. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a really, really nice light orange. I'm going to rinse off my brush on my towel, right? Rinse in the water, then on the towel. I'm going to take my other plate because I made like the largest like lavender you could ever make in your life. Like it took up my whole plate. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna use my other plate. I might need more plates. We'll see. All right. So grab a little bit of red, more yellow, and again I'm gonna grab some more yellow because it's just so red. And I'm gonna grab some white too. Orange. Right? Orange. I'm gonna grab a little bit more white and a little bit more yellow to it because it's still like, it really takes a lot of yellow to make it really nice and light. Okay, I'm doing it again. Look, I'm making like a cesspool of a plethora, a megalomanium. I'm building Lake Erie. I don't know what I'm doing, clearly. All right, I know I'm having fun. And that's the most important part. Just gotta have fun. After last week, I just want to have fun. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else. I just want to have fun. All right. I hope you do too. I hope that's why you're here, because we're gonna have fun. All right. So now I'm gonna go below, right below the lavender, and I'm gonna go up into it. When I go up into the lavender, what does that mean? It means I'm blending into my other color. When you make one color into another color, you blend into it. It's called blending. So we're gonna blend. All right, here we go. All right, got some orange here. Now it's gonna be a little more saturated down here toward the bottom, but as I go up, it starts to, ooh, look at that. Look at that streak I got in there. That looks cool. I got like a little orange streak in there. Can you see that? It looks like a cloud. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. That's what I mean about the gifts that you get, right? But I went in here, when I went inside there, look. You can see when I blended, there's purple, there's lavender in there, and orange too. I blended right up into it, okay? Blended right up into it. All right. Now I'm gonna come down a little bit more. Not that I need to, my mountain's really gonna cover it, most of it, but I wanna make sure, that I definitely get some orange behind my mountain, right? Make sure I get some orange behind my mountain. So I'm gonna come down a little bit. And remember, you can put a little bit of orange into your lavender. You can put a little bit of orange into your lavender. Look at that. Looks like clouds. How about that? I didn't do anything. It's the gift from the universe. Thank you, universe. I really like them. They look like fluffy little sunset clouds. These ones up here, they're pink. And we're gonna make them pink a little bit later. But I want to make sure that you guys come down here. It's almost halfway down, not quite. And when we pop in the mountain, we'll pop them in. We'll start right about here. We'll pop them in, and you'll have a little bit of orange behind your mountains. You're gonna say, mountains? What's he talking about? There's no mountain. I didn't see a mountain. There is. There's a mountain. Behind here, this blue, it's background. But we pop in a mountain, then we put trees in front of it. But you have a little bit of background of mountains in there that we're gonna do in a baby blue. We're gonna do those next. But I wanna see how you guys are doing with this so far. Are we good with this so far? Are you guys painting your heart out? Usually I can see you have your cameras on. I see people like, and they're totally focused. They're like, I love it.
Trying to catch up.
What was that?
Trying to catch up with you.
Okay, no problem. Who is that?
Jan from the Bronx.
Oh, nice. Okay, sounds good. All right.
Do people normally put their cameras on? Sorry.
No, don't apologize. You know, everyone has their own comfort zone. It's just what happens is when they put their camera on, I'm able to connect with you and see what you're doing. And so people show their painting and say, hey, Greg, what do you think about this? Like when I taught this painting before, a lot of times the water gets really, really small. So I tell people to go, you know, bigger because we're going to layer snow over it and it's going to shrink. And so little things so I can look and I'd say, oh yeah, hey Sam, just widen your water a little bit and you can put snow. So it allows me to interact and connect on a bigger scale.
I guess I'll turn that on.
All right.
If I can figure it out.
Did that convince you? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll put that on here.
It's sort of like we're at a live event. There you go. And
Hello.
Hello. Sometimes people put the camera, you know, on their painting, and sometimes they just do whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
All right, cool. There you are. There's my Bronx lady.
I'm right there.
I love it.
Hello.
I love
Okay.
it. Okay, cool. There we go.
That orange is pretty transparent. It's not coming through here that much.
Yeah, it's okay. You just that's a blend that's beautiful. What you want is
Very nice.
And then what you want to do is it Jan?
Jan.
Yeah. you want to bring the orange down a little bit lower.
A little bit more.
Yeah, but that blend is really, really pretty. That's really nice. That's what you want. You want it to look transparent because that's what it does in the sky. It blends in with the other colors. You had a better blend than I had, I can tell you that. I have like lots of orange, a little bit of a blend, but not much. You had a really nice blend there. Okay, yeah, I can see. Yeah, Sam, and then just take your orange, Sam, and pull it up into your sky. Yeah,
Right.
that'll
Yeah, I have a bigger canvas.
You have a 16 by 20?
I think it's bigger than that, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, gotta get more paint going.
Oh, no problem. No problem. All right.
All right, just hold on for a second. I didn't blend enough and now it's not the same color.
It happens, and it's okay to get some different.
I'll just go over.
It's okay to get some different oranges. The sky, it's, when you look out at the sky, it's not one thing, it's many things. And so it's okay to mix another color that's a little bit different than what you have. It's all okay. It's all okay. Love it. I love it. Okay. Leia, how you doing? I think someone else said they had. No, I think it was Jan. Jan, you have a 16 by 20, right?
16 by 20, correct. Because it's 2020. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. I don't want to get halfway through the canvas.
Good, man. It's good. Carly, how you doing?
All right.
Nice. And that's a really nice blend too. Yeah, and what you're going to do is when we pop in the mountain, you're going to put it right below there and you're going to have a little bit of orange behind it. It's going to look really, really nice. I think Carly and Elizabeth are with the group with Sean, I believe, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I think Sean signed the guys up. So welcome, welcome. All right. You guys should be able to hear a little bit of the music in the background, right? Yeah. Nice.
Sounds good.
We got a nice little groove going on. We should just, paint all the time. We'd be in a good mood all the time. That's the secret. Everyone's like, oh, artists, they're so moody and they're so sensitive. We're just happy. We're happy.
Happy people.
We can use happy right now.
Right? Yeah.
We need it.
We need it. We all need it. Yes, we do. We do. I'm pretty good about staying present and not letting those negative thoughts come in. I really control my thinking a lot, and it really helps me not go down the rabbit hole, which is nice. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Do you paint the sides of your canvas?
You can paint the sides of your canvas, and that's a really good question, Jan, because if you do that, we call that a gallery wrap. And as an artist, when you go to show work and you put it in a gallery, they want it to be finished, so they would like you to paint the sides of your canvas. So you're going to put your canvas up in your house. It will look very cool to paint the sides. But remember, a 16 by 20 is a standard size. So very cheap for you to frame it also. Very, not custom. You don't have to custom do it. They have ready-made sizes for that.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, you wouldn't paint the sides. So it all depends on what you're doing. But we call that a gallery wrap. And usually the canvases are thicker when we showcase in a gallery like that.
Okay.
Yeah. They're gallery wrapped canvas, they're called. All right. So now you can use your big brush too, Leia, if you want. I'm going to switch to my round brush. It's not a big deal because I have a larger round and a smaller round, so I can use my big brush too. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to make some baby blue. I'm gonna make some baby blue. How would I make baby blue?
Blue and white.
Blue and white. That's right. You win $1 million. Just give me all your bank account info and I'll deposit it right now. Don't forget your social security number. All right. How many like crank phone calls do you get? I got one the other day telling me my electricity was going to be cut off in the next 30 minutes. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, this is Seattle. Like people are like, they're just bored and they want to like.
I had that one, but I'm getting the social security.
Yeah.
I've gotten that one.
And you're gonna be arrested.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just start screaming in their ears, oh my God, I'm gonna get it. Don't hang up on me because I act like a crazy lady.
I'm like, you don't understand. I don't look good in an orange jumpsuit. That's not going to work. Okay. I'll bring my own prison uniform. All right. So I'm making baby blue, right? Blue and white. Making baby blue. And then what I'm going to do is, now remember, I'm leaving some orange in my sky here, right? Leaving some orange. So I'm just going up and around like this. And then up, and I'm just going to fill it in. This is just basically background. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit. See that? See, you got some nice orange back there. See how I went, Jan, see how I started lower? Because I wanted to keep that orange up there so I didn't block it. Okay, then I'm going to come down. And we can put a little bit of white on some of the mountains. And remember that the snow, when we put the white in, the snow is going to change all of this anyway. You can take a little bit of white. Take a little bit of white after you do that and just put a little bit like on the edge of the mountain.
My blue is ultramarine, so it's a little bit dark. You took some white into it.
Okay, aquamarine. Did you add yellow to it?
No, ultramarine.
Oh, ultramarine. Yeah, it's a little purple, right?
Yes, it's actually looking very purple now.
Yeah, that's okay though. I see mountains depending on the time of day too. In sunset, they look blue. They also look ultramarine blue too. I just added a little white. So there's no wrong choice really when it comes to that. I like ultramarine also. I think it's a nice color for mountains. I just added a little bit of white in there. I didn't do it everywhere, just like a little bit. I got some little snow-capped mountains there. Notice how I did it like on one side. I chose the left side, did it more on the left side. Less is more when it comes to painting. Less is more. So, you know, I don't like to oversaturate things and do it like everywhere. Just take little pieces and put color on like little pieces. All right. Really, it's so weird. I really like my clouds just the way they are. It's kind of crazy. But.
Your clouds are beautiful.
They do.
Yeah, I really got like a little gift there. That was nice. Got a little gift. I like those little gifts, that's for sure. And the rest of it, you guys, you can still work on your mountains, but I'm just going to paint a little light purple, like lavender, and a little bit of white, and I'm just going to go all the way down with that. And I'm just going to finish the rest of the canvas, just so we have the perspective of, you know, what we're doing. So I can take my large brush. If we did it all in white, you wouldn't really see it because the canvas is white. So we want to have a little color in there. So I'm going to just do a little bit of light lavender, my blue and red, and a lot of white. A lot of white. And I'm going to add more white in a minute. I need more white actually. So I'm going to go in with a light lavender, and it doesn't have to be like in a line. What I mean by in a line is this. See how I went higher up here, a little hill here. So we don't have to paint a line across, okay? I'm gonna grab some more white while you guys are doing that. I ate up all my white really fast.
I think I need to wait for my paint to dry. It's really like blending with.
Yeah, and you can always do if you want, Jen. You can go like this.
Okay.
We call that drink and dry, but don't tell me. All right.
I'm sure it's a technical term, right?
It is. It is. For painting and sipping, it is. Yes. I'm gonna sip after. I usually sip during the event, but I'm gonna sip.
I'm not sipping right now. I'm trying to get things ready.
Well, you guys are in the prime sipping hour. I'm just like warming up. It's like 5:30 here, you know. All right.
Happy hour.
Call it wine o'clock. It's wine o'clock. All right. So I got more white. So I'm just gonna go down. Now I don't have to grab more color. I can just add white. I've got lavender here. So I know that I've got color already, right? So I can go in with white. The idea is that you want to have a little color. You want to have a little color as you're going down so you can see it. Also, snow is not one color. See how I have like little striations? Snow is not one color. It's got blues and purples, all kinds of stuff.
Are you about halfway on your canvas?
I'm going all the way down with my white here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah. All the way down with it. Again, grabbing some lavender so I can see what's going on.
Is it the same one you use at the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, you add just a little piece.
A bit of white.
And then just grab white, yeah.
Okay.
You got it. Because it'll look really cool. And if it gets too lavender, just add some white over it. Like I'm going over my mountains now. And I've really changed it. It dries really fast. This is acrylic paint, so it dries really fast. Unlike oil, which takes forever. But I love oil. I painted oil a lot. Okay, so you can see that. And then if I turn off my ring light, I think you can see it more. So with a little bit of a shadow, but you can really see that that's that lavender in there. But see how I went back up top here and I added some white in it. So the blue and the snow are definitely different. Okay. And I went all the way down to the bottom with that, which is really cool. All right. Awesome. And I feel like I have, personally for me, I feel like I have too much mountain showing. So I'm gonna go a little higher with my snow. It's all up to you, but I just feel like I don't have a ton of snow and I want more snow. So if I go higher with my snow, watch what happens. Remember, the mountains are just background. See? I just raised my snow up a little bit. It also makes the mountains look a little bit further away, which I like. See how we can change things? It's cool.
I'm trying my thing.
What was that?
I said I'm drying my paint.
Oh, you're drying. That's it. Dry, dry. You can use a blow dryer too. If you want to plug in a blow dryer, you can use a blow dryer.
Somewhere here. I was
So I've got lavenders, I've got white. It starts to look really natural and very snowy when you've got all these cool colors mixing in there. See, so it's white, lavenders. All right.
I have to get a blow dryer. I'm drying. I'm drying.
Okay, Jan. You dry, you dry. Carly and Elizabeth, are you guys good? If you want, you can chat in the little chat bar there, and it's right at the bottom of the screen, and let me know how you guys are doing.
My screen freezes every 5 minutes and then.
What was that? What was that, Elizabeth? I didn't hear. I didn't hear. All right. Cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
So would you say that the purple kind of gets lighter and lighter as it goes down, or is it the same color?
The purple gets
The
whiter.
lavender, yeah.
Are you talking about the water, or are you talking about the snow?
Hold on.
The snow?
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Okay.
I guess it's water.
Yeah.
So I started putting a bit of lavender there, and I know it has to bring it down, but it feels very dark to bring down. Is that how it should be? This color is the same going down, or should I add more white?
Yeah, what you do is add more white to that lavender up there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I did to mine too. You start it to get the lavender through it so you can see it, and then you end up covering it up. So the only thing that we're really going to see is your snow and your mountain and your sky at this point. So you really won't have like a lavender bump in there. I had one too when I took it and just added snow to it.
Okay, let's do snow now.
Yeah, let's just perfect. All right. And just go all the way down to the bottom with that. And you just add a little bit more white. You don't want a ton of lavender. What you want is to be able to see it first, and then you can cover it most. So I have two tones. I have some white, and I definitely have lavender in there. Okay. And I can take my small round brush. I'm going to take my small round brush, and I'm going to make some pink, some red and white. And I'm going to go really, really light with the brush, meaning pressure. Pressure matters with the brush, right? So I'm going to add a lot of white to that red and get a nice pink. Okay, I got a nice pink. Now you don't need a ton of paint, and you don't need a lot of pressure. The great thing is this. When we go to add some highlights, I know where my clouds are. So I'm going to add some highlights of pink. If you get too much pink, you can take a paper towel and smudge it, just blend it and soften it, okay? If you get too much and you don't like it, put your original lavender back in and wipe it out, all right? So lots of things we can do here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my pink, right? A little bit of my pink. I'm just going right over where I have already some clouds. I'm just gonna put a little bit of pink in. And I have a little bit like at the top. Just really, really light, not overdoing it at all, just a little bit. Got a little bit of some pinks in there. Very, very light. I'm not grabbing more paint, just really, really soft. Now, if I had too much color in there, I would just take my lavender and wipe it out. If you want, I can show you how to do that. Why don't I just do that? I'll just wipe out a little bit. So I can make a lavender, take some blue. Oh, I have a lavender already. Because I made a whole pool of it. All right, so here's my lavender. So if I wanted to, right? If I wanted to, I could take my lavender in here. Oh, that's way too light. Hold on. Way too light. Blue and red. And add a little bit of white to it. There we go. That's better. Wow, that was way too light. Okay. So if I wanted to get rid of, like, especially this, I could just take my lavender in, right? Just wipe it out. See? Remember I had that white smudge there? It's gone. So if you get too much, you can soften things up and blend things by putting your original color back in. Really, really soft now, see? That's just,
no.
Yeah, by putting my original color back in, now I have some nice, soft, wispy stuff in my sky, and it looks really nice.
Okay, just one thing that I did not do was to highlight the mountains with the white. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah, you can do it like on one side if you want. So it's not too oversaturated. Like I did it on the left side. You can see the left side there. Right here. Boom, 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 like that. All right.
All right, question and question. Okay.
Nice.
Thing
Nice.
up there, and
Yeah.
you put some white in the sky as well.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit of pink.
Okay.
A little bit of pink. Excuse me. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Now remember with the pinks, you know, just go really, really light, and then you can put a little bit of your lavender back in just to soften it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm working on my second book during COVID, and it's about a guy who he gets like burnout from his job, and he goes on vacation to Kauai for his boss lets him go for 6 days. It's like ridiculous, and he never comes back.
Very interesting.
He never comes back, and I'm right in the middle of like he just landed on the island, and he's starting to experience some of the spirituality of the island and the people, and he's realizing that there's a little bit more out here in the world that I might want to taste of, you know? It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, to see the transformation will be nice. But it also lets me like go back to, in my mind, to the smells and the flavors and the tastes and the scenery. Yeah, it's fun. All right. All right, Jan, you got your pinks in your sky there?
Not yet. I'm sorry. I have a big blob of white I'm trying to get rid of right now. So I'm just trying to get rid of this blob of white.
Yeah, so take some of your lavender and
Mm-hmm.
take your lavender and wipe it out. It'll be gone instantly.
Okay, let's see that.
Yes. The next thing we're gonna do is stippling. I love stippling. It's super fun. It's nice and relaxing. It's very easy. And you can't really mess up with it because you're stippling color and then you can just stipple white in between and it always looks good. I love
Can't mess it up.
Can't mess it up. No, you cannot mess it up. It is beautiful. All right. Then we'll do the water. We'll put the water in. We'll go big. We're gonna go big with the water because after I taught this last time, everybody had like, it was like, what happened, you guys? Everyone had like these little things. It looked like I don't know, like a little tiny stream or something. I'm not sure. But they had nowhere to put their highlights of orange and stuff. So I was trying to tell them to add more purple. And it got smaller and smaller and smaller. You don't know how that happened, but it did. All right. How many miles must it take to break through? How many hours must we wait through? And also, Leah, Carly, Elizabeth, if any of you guys have questions too, just always unmute or type in the chat bar. Let me know. I want to make sure everybody's good and feeling good with what we're doing. Let's see. Let me see.
What it will be.
No. Just take. You know what? Just make a regular purple. Make a regular purple, and you can just wipe it out. The thing is,
I took that part. I mean, I kind of put it on top of it, so it kind of blended right back in there. So I'm okay with that here. But I'm looking at that white, and it looks funny, but it's okay. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's okay. Remember though, you can always put your original color back in
and put it, and go over it.
In play, yeah.
Beautiful.
The idea is that you play, we're like children and we play back and forth until our eye enjoys. We are children. We're niños. Little niños. All right.
Okay.
Maybe, Jan, you're making me miss my friend Marlene. I'm going to call her after.
You should.
Well, I'm going to call her. She's in LA right now.
Ah, okay.
She introduced me. We used to work together in entertainment, and she showed me the Bronx. She introduced me to that side of New York that I didn't know. So it was very cool.
I was making a friend laugh today. I'm like, not a lot of people know. Remember that the Bronx is in New York, and it's okay with me.
Well, how could you not know? Because this Yankee Stadium is in the Bronx.
Well, they know Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
But other than that,
They don't know the Bronx. No?
I know.
Yeah. Well, they're missing out.
I like the Bronx.
The Bronx is New York. You got to have Queens in the Bronx. Like, this is the personality, Without that, it wouldn't be New York. It would be something else. All right. Are we ready to move on? I think we are. All right. Now, this is the deal. We're going to be stippling in black. You can also stipple in purple if you want. You don't have to use black. A dark purple works very, very well too, okay? But we're gonna stipple, I'm gonna stipple in black. And I'm gonna stipple, make little dots, and I'm gonna form trees. And then afterwards, I'm gonna go back in white, and I'm gonna cover them up. Now remember, you guys, snow falls on trees like in layers and pieces. It's not all white. You look at a tree, you can see the color of the tree and snow, right? So you want to make sure that you definitely have some of the color popping through, okay? It's important. And look at that. It's just dipples. It's like, it's really nothing defined there. Nothing defined at all. All right. And you can take your tinier brush if you want. I'm going to use my small round. It's pretty big, actually. It's not super tiny. It's a little bit wet. Hold on. So like, here's my tiny, tiny one. And here's this one. I'm going to be using this one.
So this one would be like a 6. I'm looking at the numbers on mine.
This one is an 8, I believe.
An 8?
But a six would be great. A 6 would be great.
Perfect.
This is a little bit on the big side, but a 6 would be perfect.
I got it.
Okay. Look at Jan. She's like got the number. She's like, what number is that?
Hey,
I love it.
I'm very good at filling the
You're like
blanks.
a pro. Okay. We go into my black. Now remember, pressure matters. So if I stipple, make little dots, and I go hard, I'm going to get big round blobs. If I go light, I get little blobs. Okay. Now they go thinner at the top, and they come out wider at the bottom. Now I'm not going to stack them all next to each other, and I'm starting at the snow. So I'm starting at the snow, and I'm going to block the mountains out. So I have 2 on the left side that are pretty tall. So watch. Dots, dots, dots. Right? Dots. A little wider when I'm coming down. Dots, 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 dots. When I fill that in with snow, it's going to be very, very cool. Okay. Now you can go taller, like you can make like little points, like here, look. Right, you can go higher. So I have like little points. Just little dots. That's all I'm doing, just little dots in here. I'm going to fill it in with snow after. But notice at the top it's pointy, right? I know it's funky. Let it be funky, Jen. Let it be funky. It's funky. All right. I'm going to do the one next to it, and I'm going to leave some space in between. So there's one next to it that's pretty tall too, but I'll let the left one be the tallest one. I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to do it right next to it. See, it doesn't look like anything really, you know? But you see the general shape, and you can see at the top, looks cool. You can see a little bit of the mountain in between. Now I'm going to skip a couple spaces. So I don't oversaturate with the trees. I'm going to skip a couple spaces. This one's not going to be as high. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. Moved it over a little bit so you can see a little bit of the mountain behind. Okay. And I'm going to continue on. They get a little bit smaller in the center and then they get taller again. So I'm going to do one here, kind of a little one. So I can see a little bit of my mountain back there. You'll be able to see a little bit of the sky bleeding through too, which is really nice. I got some tiny ones down here. Got some little ones down here. Got some tinier ones down there. tiny ones here. All different sizes. And I'm gonna go higher up here to the right in the center. I'm gonna do a couple tall ones here. I just go wider as I come down. Just go a little bit wider. Don't forget to keep those tops nice and pointy, right? Okay. And I've got a couple smaller ones. Couple smaller ones there. So you get the hang of the stippling. It's very relaxing, it's very fun. Just get a general shape. And then on the right side, I'm just gonna go a little bit taller. I'm gonna go a little bit taller on the right side. Just making little dots, coming down. I'll do one more next to it. So there I have some trees going all the way across, which I'm going to add snow to later, right? And I've got a couple in the foreground too. I've got a couple a little bit lower down here. I've got a couple down here. Right, a little bit lower. Got my nice six there, nice and small. And I've got a couple to the right as well. I'm going to do a couple more here. I kind of merged into the other ones I have. Okay. A couple here, just so that everything is not like in a line. All right. How's the stippling working out? You guys like it? Relaxing, right? Nice, there you go. And Sam's got some nice triangular shape. Mine are a little bit looser. Sam, show yours again. Look at how triangular Sam's are. You can do them in tighter shape too, like that. Looks really nice. She's got small ones and bigger ones. Looks nice. Mine are not so, mine are not so shaped like Sam's, but it's okay. All right. But those look nice too. They look really cool. All right, we get a little towel here. And then what we can do is, once you have your stipples in, right? You stipple and stipple. They dry pretty quick. And so all I'm gonna do after that, you guys, I'm gonna go back in and I'm just gonna stipple some white into my tree. I'm gonna leave some black showing through, bleeding through. So I'm not oversaturating my tree. I'll do a couple and I'll show you what they look like. So you can see the ones that are done and the ones that aren't done. I'm gonna rinse off my brush because I got a lot of black on there. And I'm gonna put it on my towel here. All right, I'm gonna go into my white, straight white, and I'm just gonna do a couple little stipples.
Give her a reason to love all you do. She'll tell you secrets, you'll tell her secrets.
You want to make sure you go all the way down to the bottom to where the trees are, so that they're buried in the snow. I'm just going to do another one just so you can see how the black is still through the tree. But at the bottom, it's really saturated. You really don't see the tree at the bottom at all. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You can see the ones next to it that are not stippled, and you can see the ones that are stippled. See how that works? And I've got a little bit of black, showing through there. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to do that with all of them, and I'm going to leave a little bit of black. Remember, at the bottom here, the bottom, you want to make sure you really saturate white at the bottom, because we don't want to see those trees at the bottom because they're embedded in the snow. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, grabbing some more white, I'm going to start stippling. And you'll have a little bit of orange in there and a little bit of mountain. And then right at the bottom, you're really stippling that pretty heavy. You can go outside the lines. You can create your own shapes outside of the black if you want. So there's a couple more. Now, if one gets oversaturated like this one, looks like it's got a lot of snow in there, you could put a couple pieces of black back in. It's okay, right? Put that original color back in. If it gets too oversaturated, it would look really, really cool. All right. Just doing little dots, coming down, and then at the bottom, really saturated. Starting to look snowy. All right. All right.
Good music.
Yeah, I like Echo Smith radio. It's nice. Since we're stippling, I can turn it up a little bit, so I won't be talking as much. There we go. It's a dance party. All right, cool. foaming. Remember, pressure matters. You don't have to go super hard with the stipple. Remember to stipple right at the bottom there. It's a little loud. He started screaming. It's like suddenly it was like relaxing, and then it was like, I was like, okay, not so much the screaming part. All right. Remember at the bottom, right? The bottom, we bury him into the snow, right? You guys liking this? It just turns out really nice, and it doesn't take, you know, a lot of effort. Right, Jan?
I have to get the hair dryer out again. I'm back.
Oh, okay. You got the blow dryer out, huh?
Yeah.
All right. You can see the mountain really becomes just like total background. I've got my trees in the foreground here. I'm really going to bury them in right at the bottom.
Gregory, could I see the right tree in the snow?
I'm sorry?
Could I take a closer look at the right tree in the snow? The one on the right hand side. On the other side. Okay, so it's kind of all blended with the, okay.
It really is, yeah. And I'm just starting to do the other ones too, but they do all blend, yeah. You just see a little bit of them underneath, and then I bury them in the snow right at the bottom. So you see them, they're there, but they're not like, you know, huge. They're really buried. That's it, they're all stippled and they're there. See a little bit of white, you see a lot of the black in between. Remember, if your stipples are too heavy, you can always put a little bit of your black back in. I was talking about, there was one I was talking about, oh yeah, here, this one. So all I would have to do is, on that, you guys see, I have like a blob right here, see the blob? Put a little bit of black back in, now the blob's gone. Okay? So that's if your stipples get too heavy, you just put a little bit of your black back in, and it takes care of it. All right. Some of my white sort of faded into the black a little bit. I can just make it pop a little bit more by adding a little bit more white. When it's really dry. This little stipples, nice and snowy. Have you guys been getting snow?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where I live, it looks like something like this. I mean, not as dramatic, but
Are you
lots of times.
Are you over it, or do you like it?
I like the snow. Yeah, I don't mind it. I haven't been driving around as much because everything's shut down and I'm trying to stay away. So this year it's pretty nice. We just walk around in the scenery.
Exactly. Yeah, we're trying to stay away, right?
Yeah.
I know normally I don't like the snow because I can't run live events and everything shuts down in Seattle. We don't get a lot, but when we get it, it freaks everyone out. But now I'm like, it can snow, I'm good.
Nowhere to go.
Doesn't affect my life anymore, which is kind of nice.
Exactly.
I do not like snow.
Well, in New York, it's like with the salt, it ends up looking like it's, you know what it looks like. I don't need to expatiate with more adjectives than that.
It's up the underneath of my car. I have to clean up in the morning. I don't like snow. We haven't gotten anything done. We had one snowstorm.
Yeah,
it wasn't that much and it melted by the time I got out. But
and it ruins your shoes too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. How's the stippling working out? Is everybody good? You're adding your snow to your stipples? All right.
I'm working on it.
Let's see, Sam. Let's see.
I'll show it to you in a second.
Oh, there you go. You've got some black showing through there. It's nice. You even have like kind of, it almost looks kind of like foggy snowy there. Like it's
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of running out of white, so I'm kind of mixing in some silver.
Oh, like running out of white, like you have no more white?
Yeah, like I can't get any more out of the bottle, so I'm making do. It's fine.
Okay. I'll give you some of mine, but I don't know how to do that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Maybe in the future, technologically wise, we might be able to figure that out.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Let's see if I can put some more white in here.
All right.
I don't think I did my black dark enough, so I'll go back and add some more black in a little bit.
Yeah, you can do that. And you guys too, once we're finished, I'm going to load the video to YouTube. So if you want to go back and look at certain things.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Okay. I have somebody I spoke to, and he said, after you do a painting, go back 4 days later.
Yeah.
And paint it again.
Yeah, exactly.
And you will have whatever it is that you want to remember. Well, but if you wait more than 4 days, it's not going to happen. So if you upload it, that will be.
Your painting is done when you abandon it. So if you keep going back, then it's not over till it's done.
Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. Leah said she's good. All right, awesome. Elizabeth and Carly, you guys good?
You could keep going. I'm
okay.
Literally just.
Well, I just want to make sure everyone's got their stipples. It seems like everybody's in a good space. Okay. So this is what we're going to do, and we're going to go bigger this time. We're going to go bigger because last time everyone's like streams and rivers and things they shrunk. So the deal is this. We're going to add snow and we're going to cover a lot of it. It's okay. We start out, it's obviously smaller here for perspective. It's smaller here and it gets bigger down here. I'm going to add a lot more than I think I need, only because last time everyone's got really small. So I'm going to add a lot more purple than I need. And I'm going to go over that with snow, with white, okay? And then afterwards, we can add some highlights in there and do some other things. So right now, it's going to look a little bit weird. Just flow with me here. It's going to look a little bit weird. You can use your big brush if you want. I'm going to use my my number 8. I think it's a number 6, number 8. It's kind of big. things. Yeah, I've been using it so much I can't even read the number on it anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna make purple. We made purple before, so blue and red. I'm gonna make enough purple here. And the reason why I'm going in, and I'm gonna add some red, more red to that. The reason why I'm going in purple is so that everything will be lined in purple when we add the snow in. So there's all this dark lining. That will be natural. It will be naturally built in because we're already going in purple. All right. So I'm going small at the beginning, tiny, small, right? And I'm going to just really go bigger. Really big. Really, really, really big. Because we're going to cover it up later, so don't worry about it. You really want to go a lot bigger. That's pretty wide. That's a lot. Okay. I'd rather you have a lot than a little.
This is just a little bit of red with the
red and blue. Red and
okay.
blue. Yeah, just purple. Yeah.
Okay.
Just purple.
Okay.
And then what we do is we're just going to put that in. We're going to leave it there for a minute. And we're going to cover up a lot of it with white, the white that Sam doesn't have. She's going to be creative. Silver white, silver white. All right. So just make sure that you really like go wide enough and you have a lot of purple in there. Make sure you go wide because you're going to be covering up a lot of that with snow. Okay, really went wide. Look, really wide. Lots and lots because we're going to cover it up with snow. So once you have that in, just going to dry it off a little bit.
Okay. All right. So small and then
3. It's a hamstring pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I've been doing these workout classes from YouTube because I just got tired of walking the park because there's just so much anger, as you know, in the world, and I really don't want to, have that in my life. So I'm now avoiding the anger in the world and staying home and doing these workout videos from this couple in Australia. It's hilarious. I think they're very the guys are very macho in Australia, and I think the women. It's very interesting because the guy's always trying to compete with her. And she's just leave me alone. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, but it's a good workout, and I'm enjoying it. No negativity. It's very positive. I love that. All right. But you can definitely tell it's a different, a little more like New Zealand, I think, where the roles of the man and woman are a little more defined, whereas here we like them, we like them more blended. You don't have to have a particular role. It's not 1950, but there it seems like it's a little bit more like that, which is fun. But she's so over it. She's just shut up, leave me alone. It's hilarious. All right, so I'm fanning this off, letting it dry a little bit.
Can I see it for a second?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to see my blob?
Okay. Ooh.
My blob.
A blob.
It's going to shrink a lot. But this time, now that I've taught this before, it's going to be, I think it's going to be better than last time. Just everyone's watered away. I was like, whoa. Now look, see, we do brush over a lot of it, so you just have a little bit of purple showing underneath. Look, there's little holes. I can go around certain parts of it. There's little holes here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like that.
It's cool. All right.
All right. Here is, you want to talk about blob?
Yeah. Great. Great.
Is a blob.
I love it. I love it. All right. Just fan out your blob. Fan out your blob. Well, at least you got something to work with, Jan. Oh, Jan,
Yeah.
you're gonna get your blow dryer.
Probably be helpful.
I know, right? Fanning out the blob. Fanning out the blob. What did you do tonight? Oh, I found out my blob. Like, excuse me? Don't ask. I'm reading President Obama's book right now, and it goes on and on and on. I don't think I'm ever going to finish it the rest of my life. It's like, I think it's 27 chapters.
Oh my.
On and on. Oh yeah, you go through all of it, the economic crisis, the Gaddafi, the every single thing. I don't know much about politics, so it's nice for me because I don't know much. So I get a little bit of an education, which is nice because I know nothing. Oh, cool. Leia's reading it too. Well, Leia, you know it goes on and on and on, right? I want to get to know him a little bit better. I feel like he's hiding. He's not letting me get to know him. And I want to get to know him better. Someone said to read his book, Dream of a Father, that you get to know him better. I feel like he's just, yeah, I want to just get to know him personally, and I feel like he's not showing. Michelle's book, I read Michelle Obama's book.
I started reading it. I haven't finished.
Yeah,
I started actually.
Well, not only is she an incredible writer, I think she's a better writer, way better writer than he is. Sorry, Obama, but she is.
It's okay.
She should have wrote his book for him.
There you go. She should have. Well, both, I think
Behind every good man,
yeah.
there's a great woman, right?
Got it.
He shall grow.
Well, I think she did Princeton and Yale too. I mean, they both have incredible education. But her book, I get to know her. Yeah. I get to really feel and know her. And I thought he would open up and let me feel the same vibe. And he's like, nope, I just want to tell you what I did. I'm like, okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. So now we're going to take the white that Sam doesn't have. We're going to put it in her pity. And Sam's going to glare at us. She's going to try to transfer the white through the internet. All right. So I'm going to take white. Okay, I'm going to take white and I'm going to go into this. Okay, I'm going to go into this and I'm going to shape it. So start at the edge with the white and start to shape it. Look how I can shape it. See what's happening there? I'm shaping it. Okay. Now, look at this. I can go through it too. I can go through it, make it really soft. If I go really, really light with the brush, really, really light.
Are you using a flat brush or a round brush?
I'm using my round.
Round.
My round is larger, so you can use your flat brush, right?
I've used both, so maybe this one.
Look how I'm shaping it. Look how I'm creating corners with it. And also, you can go across. You can go across.
Je suis en classe, je peux te rappeler? All right. Yes, I got it.
All right. It's very, very different though. You see what I'm doing, you guys? I'm washing some of it away, right? I'm shaping the edges. I'm coming into it, shaping the edges up and making it pointy. Some of it, I'm going all the way across it. Oh, I know what's going on. There we go. Okay, better. All right.
Sorry, I'm losing.
Where's that sound coming from? Okay. All right. I just muted you, Jen, so I can't hear you. But I think there was some background coming from you.
It was the blow dryer.
Oh, it's a blow dryer. Okay.
It was the blow dryer.
It was the blow dryer. Okay.
Okay. So.
All right.
Shape it.
See how you can go into the water. See, like I have some water in the front and then I covered it up a little bit. And I've got some water here. You know, I can go lightly across it. And it's starting to freeze a little bit.
Okay.
See?
All right.
See how that's working?
Let's see.
All right. Just remember, don't get rid of all of it. And if you do, you can put your purple back in, but you want to keep some of it, right? You want to keep some of it. And go thicker with white on the parts that you like, that you're starting to put in that you like. Go thicker with white there. Get some really nice shape to it. See how mine's changing? Look. See how I cut in with the white? This is the cool thing is you get to shape it now with the white as opposed to trying to do it in reverse. And the thing is that it's all lined now, see? It's got that dark liner, so the white really pops.
So I'm starting to shape right here. Good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Starting to shape it. So I'm grabbing some more white. I come in here. We're shaping here. Doing the right side first, right? See that? You can see how this side is much more detailed. I went all the way down to the bottom here, right in the middle of that water. Now I'm going to cut into, on the right side, I'm going to cut in some more on the right side here. Now I shrunk it quite a bit. Shrunk it quite a bit, right? Quite a bit. Now I can create, watch this. I can keep one, watch this you guys. I can keep one like this and I can isolate it off, look. See, it becomes like a little puddle there. Right? You can do that on this side too. You got a little puddle there too. See, it's all about shaping everything with the white that Samantha doesn't have. All right. You okay, Sam?
Oh, I forgot I was muted. Yeah, no, it's all blending with the blue, so I gotta wait for it to dry a little bit.
Okay. See how I created a little bridge of snow here in the center?
Very nice.
Okay. It's all about shaping it with your white, right? All about shaping it with your white. So I'm shaping it, creating like little icebergs. And then when you like it, make a commitment to add more white in the specific parts that you really, really like. So I have a couple of those spots that I really like. I'm gonna add a little bit more white just to make it pop. Now, not all of the icebergs and ice patches are pointing. Some of them are rounded.
I just realized that.
Yeah, it's okay. Some of them are round. Look, some of them are rounded, some of them are pointy. It's okay, right? If you add white at the tips, like here, you can see underneath you still have a little bit of purple. It gives it some depth. So if I added white just like at the top, as opposed to all the way down, it gives it a thickness to the ice that looks really cool. You guys are amazing. This is working out a lot better than last time, but don't tell me.
I took the class last week with your friend.
Which friend? With Dean?
Dean, yeah.
Oh, did you like him?
Oh my God, he was great.
Oh, good.
And you know, after I was done, I was like, okay, let me sign up for the second one.
Yeah, we have a good, we have a really nice team of people. They're really passionate about what they do. And when I interview, it's all about like kindness. You like, the whole interview, it's like kindness, kindness, kindness. If they don't have that vibe of kindness,
then yeah, you can.
I don't care how talented you are, if you're not kind, it's not gonna work. So I specifically look for, you know, people that are really kind. Because we do have a bit of a brand too. We have a little bit of a kind of a life coach element to what we do. So, you know, especially when you connect with certain people, certain things come out, and you want to be able to enlighten people, give them a little bit of light and love, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Something the world needs.
Yes, the world. I know.
We could all use a little more kindness, let me tell you.
Absolutely. I did a big act of kindness at Costco. I'm not going to talk about it, but it made me feel so good. And the person didn't even know what happened.
Oh wow.
And I just walked away and disappeared. And that's the best kind. Is like I don't need the thank you, and I don't need you to give me a hug. What I need is to know that I did something good today. That's all.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. So
the beauty of it is you don't have to do big things.
Right. You can say good morning.
You know, a smile.
Yeah.
You know, a kind gesture. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes we take it in order to do the right thing. We have to.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to go all your way.
Doesn't have to be big. Yeah, exactly. That's not
grabbing the door for someone. I mean.
Yeah, simple. Now see, look at this guy back here. Like he's kind of on its own. I can add a little light purple in there and get it back, right? So let's say I've done too much for whatever reason. If I took a little bit of purple, watch. Like there's nothing going on here, right?
Ah, okay. Ooh. Yeah, right?
Right?
That's awesome.
And I can add some snow back in. So you can play back and forth like we've always been doing, right? And you can get exactly what you want. You can get exactly what you desire. That's the cool thing about it. Yeah, Angela from the class last week sent me a nice note because I wasn't feeling well. And she sent me her painting and they turned out really, really nice. Do you remember from last week, Jen?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, do you remember Angela from last week?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
She ended up sending me her painting.
Oh gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say, and it was something about.
Oh.
My mother would say it's gonna come back if it's not a lie.
Right, there you go.
Okay. Now, is that too much water? It feels like too much water.
A little bit. You can, but I'd rather you at least have some water. So you can continue to shape it, right?
Down here, or would you say up here? Because I feel like it goes from very small to all of a sudden being very, very big here. Maybe I shaped it too much here. Maybe I could add a little bit more purple. I don't know, but
you know, it's actually not for me to decide. It's about your eye and what you enjoy.
I can't.
No,
I'm not good at figuring these things out.
Okay.
But I wanted to, you know,
I would take it a little bit on both sides, just like you're doing that. It looks really nice with the white. So just like you're doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll add a little bit of orange in there, little highlights in there. And we'll put in a few little blades of grass. I think I'm going to get a business card. So I think I'm going to do it with a business card later, for later.
I don't have a business card, but I have.
You don't have to. It's a fun thing. This is my first book that I did. It's called The Art of Being Whole.
Art of Being Whole. Oh, that's so good.
And I worked in Hollywood for like 20 years, so it's like sort of getting beaten up and getting enlightened kind of at the same time. I suddenly found that I like writing, and it's so funny because my English teacher told me, this is really bad that they do this, but as a kid, she told me like my English was just terrible and I wasn't, you know, just not to focus on it. And my advanced placement teacher said, don't take the AP exam because you won't get college credit and you're not going to pass.
It worked.
And now you have a book.
And I passed. Not only did I pass and got college credit, but now I have a book.
Did you actually send them a copy? You should send them a signed copy.
I don't even remember. I mean, how would I find her, right?
Well, you know, now everything is possible. You can find just about anyone you need.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, for someone to take, I'm a teacher and I'm very careful as to what I tell the kids what they can or they can't do.
Yeah, you have to.
You know, my co-teacher tells them, I teach 6th grade English, math, and she says to them, you know what, this year it's all about getting those little gray cells of yours working. So at the end of the year, you could be the smartest kids in the world. And they all believe her, you know, but to tell someone, don't do this, you'll never, come on. Nah.
Well, I call them, I refer to them in my book, I call them dream killers. Because dream killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people that come along and they try to kill your dream, and you're like, no, I'm going to do it anyway, and you do it. Because you don't listen to the other people. I love that. Yeah, I call them dream killers. There's a lot of those people out there, huh?
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm happier.
Yeah, there you go.
That was awesome.
I'm much happier with this.
Yeah.
Not extra, but it's good. It's okay.
Jan, what do you teach?
I teach English and math.
Oh, nice. I could use a little math assistance. You saw my 3/4 versus the quarter, right? Actually, geometry and trigonometry are my favorite. I don't know why, but I love the shapes and stuff. I just loved it.
Uh-huh. Some people have an affinity for it. Yeah. I only started teaching math this year, but I needed, right now, it's so funny. I tell my kids, I tried to paint, and every single Monday, they are like, did you do something this weekend? So I show them, and they're like, oh, this is good. I'm like, you guys are not good critics. You know, you're supposed to tell me, fix this.
How old are they?
11 and 12.
Oh, that's a tough age, huh?
Yeah. Tell me about it, you know.
I was a camp counselor at an Olympic sports camp, and my kids were at that age, and boy, they were testy. Like everything was like competition and test, competition and test.
That's interesting. They are very nice bunch. I've had many different kids over the years, but they are a very kind bunch. And it's so interesting that my old, my colleagues told me, the ones who were doing 5th grade said, don't get discouraged. Wait. You should see the bunch that's coming right now. They're really a lovely bunch of kids. And they truly are. And, you know.
Very cool. All right. So as we're doing that, we're still layering in, right? We're still layering in, we're shaping our water. Now we're gonna add some highlights of orange in there. This time I'm gonna use my, I'm gonna finally use my brush, my small one, right? Now there's different color oranges. There's some darker and some lighter. And then when you see light like this, you guys, when you see the light on top, that's yellow right here.
Oh, no, okay.
Yellow. So you've got orange and then you've got some yellow. Remember, leave some purple. We're not gonna oversaturate it. Leave some purple in there. And remember, Jam, what would you do if you got a ton of orange in there and you didn't like it? What would you do?
Go over it with some purple and wipe it.
You got it.
Right? Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna make my orange, a lot of yellow, and a little bit of red, a lot of yellow, and a lot of white. Okay. Got a nice light orange, really, really, really light. I don't know if I wanted that. I might add a little bit more red to it. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of highlight on some of the pieces, just a little bit of highlight. Remember, pressure matters. You want to leave a little bit of highlight, but you don't want to oversaturate, right?
Okay.
Like I have a little bit there. To me, that's very oversaturated. So I would go back in and I would put a little bit of purple in there. So here I have a little bit here. I could use just like a little blob there, like at the tip.
I see.
So just layer it in first, and then we'll go back in and we'll put some of our purple in and shrink it. Right now, it's just about getting some coverage. And just pick a main spot from the sky, and come down and layer it in so it's not all like spread out. You're just gonna pick like one spot, you're gonna put it in. So I picked like one spot, and I'm gonna spread it out a little bit, but I just pick like a key spot first. Key spot first. Go in, just put a little bit of that orange in there. And let the paint run off. So I'm not grabbing more paint. Let the paint run off. So it looks a little bit like that. Right? We're starting to get a little bit of that light in there. It's looking kind of cool, right? Spreading it out a little bit. Let the paint run off. That way you're getting different oranges in different sections of it. It's not so saturated. When it starts to feel dry, you'll hear a scraping. And that's called dry brush. So that's a nice highlight of orange, but it's too heavy, too heavy. So what I would do after that is I'm just gonna rinse off my brush. And I'm gonna go into my purple. If my purple's dry, I'm just gonna make some more. Make some more purple.
Ouch. Sorry.
That's right. Okay.
Red and
like here where it's oversaturated, I'm just going to go in and shrink it a little bit. See how I did that? The top one right here. Now there's a little bit of orange left, but it looks a lot more natural. Again, here, look. You can go through. You don't want it to be like oversaturated. I want it to look really natural. See how I'm starting to soften this area here, right? Starting to soften this. See, I'm going in with purple. See how it's softening?
yeah.
Now it's looking a lot more natural. And some of the stronger highlight I can leave like in one piece, one section. But the purple really mellows it out and really softens it. And that's what we want. We want it to look really natural. It's like here, come in here. Trying to do this for the camera. So you guys can see it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
See the edges, how I'm softening the edges so they don't look blobby?
Uh-huh.
And you still got light in there, but it's starting to look a lot more natural.
Make a little bit of purple. Make a little bit of purple.
All right. The purple really smooths out some of the edges on the orange. And also you can get a little bit of like some waves in between, some lights in between the orange. See, lights in between.
I feel like my purple is too vibrant, so I'm gonna see if I can put in some of the.
Too vibrant. You can always add a little bit more blue to it. That'll tone it down a little bit. If it's too vibrant.
Okay.
What I like to do is just soften the edges, and you can scrape in color, dry brush in color, so the edges are blended and they just look nice and soft.
I see.
Now these lines, like these, I don't like. See how they're heavy?
Uh-huh.
So I can add just a little bit of orange back in. So we're playing again, back and forth until we like it, right? Okay. So I go back in with my orange, and I can take some of this, where I have a little bit of line. I can just soften it. It's nice because the purple is already there, so it's nice and soft.
Let's see.
See? The lines are gone. Okay. I've got some nice orange in there. I'm scraping color, and when I run out of color, I'm just scraping it in. It's called dry brush. It will leave color on your canvas, but not too much, so you can control right at those edges. You can control the color just by scraping it in a little bit. So now I've got light color, like here, very, very light, because I was dry brushing it in. And it looks cold, like it's reflected from the sky, but it looks chilly. It looks really, really chilly. All right. And again, afterwards, you can always add a little bit more white on some of those snowbanks too. You can add a little bit more white. You can add a little bit more white and cover it up a little bit. Cover up some of your water. Like for instance here.
A question. Do I need to, should I dry a little bit between the orange and the purple before I do the layer of the purple to kind of soften it up? Because I'm afraid if it mixes, it's gonna make a mess.
It's kind of nice that it mixes a little bit because it'll soften it up a little bit. So it's not so vibrant, okay? So it's not so bad that it mixes a little bit with the purple. You know, and I can layer over like a couple little spots of yellow just to make it pop a little bit, just in a couple spots. You know, I took a little bit of yellow right in here, you can see, just kind of made it pop a little bit more.
I'm gonna put some yellow there.
But what I was going to show you was this. Watch this. This is cool too. So I can go into my white, right? I can go into my white and I can do little things like this. But if I feel like I have too much water and I'd like to extend it a little bit and just go really soft, almost to the other side, I can do that. Right? I can go to the other side, really soft. And what happens is it looks nice and frozen, but it's light, really light, see? So you can do that too and have little pieces of it that are a little bit more frozen. So if I went over that and made a commitment, let's say I like it, and I went over that a little bit more. Right? I can divide it like that. If I didn't like it, I go back into my purple and I change it. Right? So I go back in with my purple. I'm just showing you how you play back and forth, right? I can go back in here. Let's say I don't like it. Go back in here. Put a little purple in here. Notice though, the purple blends with the white and starts to get really, really light. And again, changes things, right? It's like, okay. So you can see how you can play. I'm going to use a darker purple and just get rid of that. Just get rid of that and come back in with my purple. I'll put my orange back in. But I want to show you how you can play around, totally changing things up. Just play around and have fun. Be totally different now, right? Totally different. Just play around, have fun, right? Totally, totally different. And I can put my orange back in there. So you can just play around, have fun. You don't have to be married to a specific shape or specific thing at this time. And you can continue to work on it and continue to change it as much as you want. All right, so I'll put my orange back in.
Some yellow. Let's see if we can get some yellow.
I started putting some of my orange back in.
Wow, sure, she's gorgeous. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But remember, like Jan said, it's kind of nice to step back from it. I'm putting this on YouTube, and you can look at it later on and decide, what you would like to do with. Obviously, some stronger orange highlights in mine would be better. If I made a little bit of red and orange, just made a commitment on some of the pieces. Added a little bit more orange in there. So you have different oranges, different reflection. But you saw me how I got rid of it. I changed it. I covered it with white, and I got it back. Okay. And then what I'm going to do on the edge, you guys, just on the far left, there's a couple little blades of grass. Now you can do it with a small brush. You can do it with like a little business card. I'm going to do it with my business card. And I'm gonna go in with purple. So I'm gonna make purple. My small brush and make purple. Okay. I'm gonna just paint the edge of my business card. The nice thing about this is it runs out of paint, and some of them get really, really light. I just take a business card and I just go like this. See in there?
Uh-huh.
Just little tiny, right? Just little tiny. I'm going to do a couple more. Now, I can show you what it looks like with a brush too. So if I use my tiny brush, this one here, my little tiny one, I can go in with my purple too. I can go in with my purple too, like this. And I can go in with my small brush, it's really light, and do a couple. Over here too, it'd be nice to have like a couple maybe near the water. Now the cool thing about this is, what happens when I have all this purple like this? What would I do? Go in with white, and cover it with snow, right? Go in with white and cover it with snow. So I've got my white here. So I can go over this with, these are too big, the purple's too big, right? So I can go in like this and minimize the purple. Just shrink it. Okay, so now it's a lot softer, right? So just add that white right over, get like little blades of grass there. It's just like a little hints, just see like little bits of them. You see mostly white. Right? Just get rid of some of that purple in there. So it's just very, very soft, very, very subtle, like little bits, little striations, little bits of blades of grass in there. And if you have too much purple, you can go in with another brush like your snow. You can just dab, right? Put your snow back in. You don't want them too big. You don't want them too big, just like a little bit. See how I shrunk them? Look. See how they're just like little blades now, right? I'm going to add more snow in here too. Just shrink them a little bit. They're just a little bit too vibrant. Not that you wouldn't have grass really at this point. You probably wouldn't. There's just a little bit there. Looks nice. Okay. Dab a little bit of snow in there around it. Looks nice. That way there's just a little bit popping out. Just a little bit popping out. Can't really see much. Just to give it a little bit of texture. I can go in and start to accentuate some of my snow and my water. I get a little bit whiter. Don't forget to add some of the yellow in your water. Highlight. Right. Made it pop a little bit more. Voila. We have winter solstice. You guys did it. It was amazing. How did we do with time? Oh my God, we did great with time. Awesome. Can we show our paintings? Love to see them.
Very blended, but
Nice.
we'll work on the white.
Yeah, nice.
We'll work on the white situation.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you could buy some more tomorrow, right? Some more.
Yeah. Add it back in.
Yeah, you can stretch your purple, bring it back, and just play and have fun. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, she's muted. Here she comes. Oh.
Me unmute.
All right, here we go. Nice. Yeah, you've got your nice highlight in there, so you can go back in and start blending with your purple. It's gonna look really cool.
So you think I should put some purple on the orange or
on the orange? Yeah.
on the orange?
Go in, and if you lose some of it and you have a little bit of it, okay. And then you can go back and layer it again, do it again. And eventually you're gonna have this.
So that it's very, very soft. It has to be very soft. I feel like this is very sharp. The contrast is very sharp. So it has to be a lot softer.
Yeah. So
I find that when I do it also and I add the white, it really like bleeds. It all kind of bleeds into each other.
Yeah.
That should be okay. Okay.
That's what you want. You want that blend. Absolutely. Absolutely want that blend. Yeah.
Okay, so go back with the purple. Okay. And I should put some white also on the purple in here. I'm not sure about how to do that. To tone it down a little bit.
You can actually mix your palette of purple with your white and make the lavender lighter and then put it
a little bit and then use that. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. That will look good.
That'll
make it look more frozen.
Yes, that sounds great. Okay.
Yeah, when the colors are too bright, they look less frozen, right? All right, cool. All right. Leah, Elizabeth, Carly, are you able to turn your cameras on or are we good? Oh, Leah. Okay, Leah. Awesome. Yeah, I will. You can always check stirupthepaint.com. I'm teaching a lot of the classes right now, and sign up for what you want. Sign up for, whatever ones you enjoy. And we talked about acts of kindness. I'm just going to leave you with this, you guys, since we're done. It was super fun. But like Jan said earlier, just a simple thing like saying good morning to someone or opening a door. Or I love my clocks now. My clocks are going up. Like there's a veteran standing in line at Whole Foods and they're buying lunch and it's a sandwich. Buy the sandwich.
Yeah, pay for the sandwich.
Buy the sandwich. Just little things, but really makes the world a little bit lighter. It's a little heavier right now, and we make it lighter one person at a time. We don't take on the whole world. Nothing's gonna happen. So I'll leave you with that. Love and light, you guys. I hope to see you again. I'll send you an email with the YouTube link afterwards. So you'll get an email. And also I have a tip link. Don't feel updated, but I send it as part of what we do.
You are teaching a class next week, right?
I am, yes.
Okay. All right. I think
the Galaxy painting, we're going to be using Q-tips, a lot of Q-tips to get it.
I'll get my Q-tips ready.
Very cool.
Right,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys have any questions for me or anything more for me?
I don't think so. Thank you so much. This is so fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Very relaxing.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
it was.
I've recorded this. So I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I'll send you guys an email after, and we'll be good. All right.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.